Okay, so I'm back again. So now I know what's causing this thing to turn off, but I'll deal with that later. But anyhow, Bruce Willis, this, let me see if I can remember. I'm gonna have to turn this on again. Time out. But Bruce Willis, he, I think he's wanting to retire, and these computer geeks. Hang on.
Do you ever wonder if
Oh
there's
wait,
more to life than
there it is.
Do you ever
Time out.
wonder if there's more to life than just telling people?
These computer geeks. Oh, this. Oh. Now I think I remember now. Um. The terrorism that's taking place is internet based terrorist organization group who's actually run by a guy that used to be in the CIA, if I remember right. I don't think it was FBI, but I think it was CIA. I don't know. He got kicked out or fired for something, and he's warning them, hey, watch out because people can come in and take over your system, your computers, and blah 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 blah. So he's the one that comes in and takes over the computers and all this stuff, blah blah blah, right? So whatever, right? So he's like probably got in the back of his mind. Oh, I'm gonna take over these people. I'm even gonna warn them and take over. So anyhow, what's his name? Again, this system that I'm using now is my own computer versus Facebook or YouTube or OBS Studio, um, which are all a pain in the ass to use because they always come up with some kind of bullshit. So anyhow, Tim Oliphant, I believe, is the one that the CIA ex CIA operative who comes in and masterminds this big plot to take over the world, right, or whatever. So he literally kills. He sets up some. They set up his computer guys, geeks, set up some kind of a thing in their. They set up some kind of a program or virus or something that causes the whole place to blow up, and so all they start blowing up, killing all these other computer geeks that can effectively come in and counter them, and then Justin Long is one of them. They try to kill him, and they don't succeed. Bruce Willis helps save him, or he saves him, and so anyhow he ends up taking him into custody, and they go out do all this stuff, and Maggie Q is the girlfriend, or I think the girlfriend of Timmy Oliphant, the ex CIA operative, and so she's involved with all this stuff, and of course at the very end they catch these bastards anyhow, right? So it's like that. Very intense movie, wow, and very interesting. A lot of technology. I like watching movies that have a lot of technology, and just to check it out. Again, this came out in 2017. Now I don't know why I got this mixed up, but I'm just gonna go with it. 2012. What to expect when you're expecting? Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Lopez, Elizabeth Banks, Dennis Quaid, Anna Kendrick, Chris Rock, Brooklyn Decker, and Rodrigo Santoro. I wonder what this movie is all about. I don't know if I can remember. Yeah. Yeah, I think, let me see. Cameron Diaz is pregnant. Jennifer Lopez wants to be pregnant, but she can't be pregnant. So she adopts a kid. And then, Elizabeth Banks, is pregnant too. I can't remember, but anyhow, and Anna Kendrick becomes pregnant too, but she ends up having a miscarriage for whatever reason. So anyhow, they go on to there's all these stories about pregnancy and adoption, and oh my man, they're funny. There's oh yeah, Elizabeth Banks is one of the pregnant women. I remember because she comes out and she's like, I think she's an author or something like that in the movie, and she comes out and talks about her pregnancy, and she's going, pregnancy sucks. You think a lot of women would enjoy being pregnant, and she's going, hell no, I'm not liking that at all. So forget it. So anyhow, funny movie, interesting, and especially if you have kids, or I don't know if you want to be reminded of pregnancy or not, but if you're into that, interested in that, that might be a good movie to watch. Funny movie. The next movie is called The $1 Billion Industry of Sex Trafficking. This came out in 2005. In fact, there's another one that's more elaborate. I think it's the same people almost. Katya, Tanya, Vero, Gina McKee is the narrator for this documentary. It's a documentary. It came out in 2005, and if you don't know anything about sex trafficking and all the bullshit that goes on with it, that might be something you might want to talk about or check out. In fact, it's inspired me to come out with a video that I want to do. I think it's going to be called, let's see, oh, that's not it. Here, I'll tell you in a second. No. Stay tuned because for later on, online romance scammers, pimps, sex traffickers, and cults. I'm just kind of brainstorming it now, and that's a movie or a piece that I want to present to y'all, so that you can get a broadside view of all the bullshit that goes on with all that stuff, and especially if you got kids, you have family, you have other friends, or you're even yourself involved with these type of people. You might want to learn some tricks of the trade, understand these people and their intentions and the boundaries. And some of these people don't have any boundaries. They'll murder people right in front of you, and not think twice about it. So it's like that. So anyhow, very intense documentary, very interesting, maybe eye-opening for probably a lot of you. But if you get a chance, and that might be something that you might want to check out. And if anything else, maybe you'll get some kind of a, oh, hang on, let me do this. Yeah, maybe you'll get some kind of a idea or clue, so that maybe you can help other people out, just in case, who knows, you might help somebody that might save their life or whatever. So it's like that. Against the Ropes. Now this movie, where's it at? This movie, Against the Ropes, came out in 2003. Meg Ryan, Omar Epps, Charles S. Dutton, Tony Shalhoub. No, Tony, if you want to call me up and tell me how to say your name, that would be fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Shalhoub, I think that's how it's saying. Tim Daly, Joe Cortez, Kerry Washington. A very interesting movie. Meg Ryan grows up. I think her dad is a boxer or something like that, and she grows up in that whole arena. No pun intended, right? Now she grows up in that whole community, and she learns how to be, what it takes to become or be a good boxer, and so forth. So anyhow, she ends up working for some guy at the arena, local arena. And again, I think this is in the East Coast somewhere, and she ends up growing up again, this came out in 2003. She ends up growing up with these boxers, and then she ends up working in a boxing arena, stadium, or whatever. And so, they treat her like a secretary, like a second-rate person, and yet she's probably one of the most talented and smartest person in the whole building, right? So it's like that. And so her and the owner get into it, right? And she's like blah blah blah, and he goes, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll sell, because one of his boxers ended up doing a shitty job or whatever, something happened. He goes, oh, I'll sell this boxer to you for $1. She goes, okay, I'll buy him. So she does. She buys him, and she gets into the boxing management business, and she ends up managing. I want to say Omar Epps. I don't remember what his name is, but she ends up talking to this guy. She sees this guy. No, I remember now. They go and look for the original, the boxer that she bought for $1, and they go look, and he's like in this low income community, this shithole, and she goes in there, and he's out doing drugs. He's strung out somewhere, blah blah. And so this other guy, I think Omar Epps, comes in and he just beats everybody up, blah blah, boom 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 boom, and she watches him just like she's going, wow, she's like blown away. So she goes, hey, I want you to be my boxer. I want to manage you. He's going like, lady, you've never even managed anybody. What are you talking about? Blah blah blah. So finally she ends up talking him into it, and so he does. He comes back and he just kicks some ass, right? So it's like that. Me, Myself, and Irene. Oh, now, this came out in 2000, 20 years ago. And with Jim Carrey, Renee Zellweger, Anthony Anderson, Mongo Brownlee, Jared Mixon, Robert Forster, Chris Cooper, Richard Jenkins, Tony Cox, and Anna Kournikov, Kournikov. So anyhow, hilarious movie. Oh my God, Jim Carrey, had it way back then, and I think he just came out with the movie, and I think he probably still has it now. But anyhow, Jim Carrey is a cop, right? And he ends up marrying his high school sweetheart. Oh, blah blah blah, and they get married, and and on their wedding day, she ends up hooking up with this short midget Afro-American black guy, and she's like, oh, and I don't know. She ends up hooking up with him, and they have 3 kids, and Jim Carrey is like this passive aggressive guy, like he can't get it together, right? So she ends up eloping with this short guy, the wife, and I can't remember what her name is, but anyhow, they take off. In the meantime, she's already had 3 kids, and Jim Carrey's stuck with all 3 kids, right? So anyhow, in the meantime, Renee Zellweger ends up, I can't remember all the details with her, but she's involved with this guy, and he's some kind of political figure or something, and he really screws her over, and he calls the cops on her, and she stole this, she stole that, or whatever, and she's all of a sudden she's in Jim Carrey's police office, right? So they go, well, we need you to take her to Connecticut or whatever, and we need you to deliver her to there because she wanted there for so-and-so crimes, right? So, yeah, and of course, there's some cheesy bullshit parts in it, but it's hilarious enough that overrides the cheesy stuff. So anyhow, he takes her over there on his motorcycle. He's on a motorcycle, and he's taking her to this other place, right? Whatever. So anyhow, they end up hitting it off, and they run into the ex-boyfriend, and he tries to kill her or something like that. And in the meantime, the sons, they're like these big guys, these big boxer guys or whatever. They show up because all of a sudden now Jim Carrey and Renee are wanted for murder or whatever. Oh my God, the chase is on. A huge, hilarious, funny. So anyhow, Renee, at the very end, she ends up getting released, and then Jim Carrey and her live happily ever after, right? So now the last movie I want to talk about is The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Old movie, 1997. Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, and this movie. I don't know how long it's been since I watched. I watched it at least once, but I don't maybe twice, but I don't think I watched it more than once. Just once. But I didn't know Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn were in this, and then there's also Vanessa Lee Chester, Pete Postlethwaite, Arliss Howard, and Peter Stormare. So I don't know if you watched any of the Jurassic Park movies, but it's always nice to watch that again. They got the Jurassic Park. These people these scientists are creating these dinosaurs, and they have them on this island, and something happens. Big fire happens or something. I don't know. Something happens. So they move all the park to another island nearby, and they're gonna take one of the dinosaurs. They want to take a whole bunch of them back to the San Diego Zoo. Right, San Diego's really got a lot of room for dinosaurs. Whatever. But what a bunch of idiots. So anyhow, they end up getting one dinosaur. I think it was a T-Rex, and they send him on boat back to try to put him there and keep him there for the zoo. Well, somehow the T-Rex at the very end ends up escaping and killing everybody on the boat, right? So Jeff Goldblum and Julianne Moore know exactly what to do, so they go in there and they recapture it and they send it back, and they live happily ever after. So anyhow, hang in there. The Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. I assume I say this with tongue in cheek that they're going to come out with a stimulus package eventually, sooner or later, and if not, then they're not going to like their karma. It's just like that. So either they can take care of their people. These political people can take care of their people, or they'll end up in another life in the same situation, and this time they'll be the poor man on the streets and living like a dog, and with no money for Christmas, and they're gonna eat their shit. So it's gonna be like that. So they're not gonna like their karma. So either you guys get your shit straight, get the ball going, or endure your karma. It's just gonna be, that's the way it is. It's just like that. So have an awesome holiday season. I have an awesome 2021. I'm assuming that 2021 will be better. Enjoy life in the moment, with where you're at, what you're doing. Go bake some cookies, or go drink a beer, or just go out and go for a hike or something. Shift the energies, Yeah, when I teach people, when I take people and walk them through a mentoring program, that's one of the first things I tell them. If things aren't going right, or you see the tornado coming and trouble coming, shift it. either leave the area or do something different that you don't normally do that will help shift everything into a better light. Whatever it will take, just do something different that will allow you to be in a better light. It's just that simple. Have a God Goddess Christmas and 2021. Be the love that you are, always have been, and always will be. Aloha.